Hey guys, how's it going? This video is a response to Martine's question. So Martine is a member of our Medicine Music Academy. This is a program where I break down each month's community chosen tutorial into very easy to follow weekly practices to help you have some structure and focus in your practice so that by the end of the month you can really play the song from beginning to end, going through the different variations. And Martijn was asking about the hits technique, and more specifically, in the context of the Astral Dawn song, we're having a finger picking pattern, so no strumming, but finger picking pattern, and we're adding hits to the finger picking pattern. So let's hear for a second what we're talking about. We're talking about this. So this is indeed a tiny bit different than applying hits to strumming, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. It's really simple. It has to do with the positioning of the palm of your right hand. So I'm going to explain that, but before we go into that, let's just talk about hits in general for a moment, because it's a subject that I get a lot of questions about. So let's cover the basic hits technique. We want to make a very light fist, not tight, light fist. We're using the middle part of the fingers, all right? So this part of the fingers of the three, the index, middle, and ring finger, and we hit. The location is quite important. You want to be right where the middle of the sound hole is, and usually the best sound is on the bass strings. So target more towards the bass strings and not the top strings. You can play with it a little bit. Every guitar responds a bit different. Just try to find the best spot. Also, it really helps if you notice I'm connected to an amp, so that also brings out a little bit of a stronger sound. It usually works better on acoustics than on classical guitars, but it works also on classical guitars. So that's in general about the hits. And now when we combine hits with finger picking, we have the challenge is how to go back from the hits, which is in like a fist position, to the finger picking, which is an open position, and not lose the right strings. All right, so what would usually happen would be something like, and then, you know, it takes time to find where you're at. And the solution for that is really quite simple. So when I use hits in a finger picking pattern, I stick the palm of the right hand to the body of the guitar, and that gives us like a strong anchor. I might lift my hand a little bit if I want a bit more power, but in general, I try to just kind of keep the palm touching the body of the guitar, and then the movement is only from the wrist. The arm doesn't really move a lot, so it makes it easier to come back from the hit to the finger picking without losing the positioning and the feeling of the right hand fingers. So that's a big difference than playing from, if your hand is on the air, then it's a little bit harder to stay like in the correct position. That's basically the technique that I'm using. You want to start it, as always, a little bit slow. It might be a bit weird at times. In the beginning, it might feel a little bit like you're stretching this part of the wrist. So, you know, be gentle, don't overdo it in the beginning. Try to find an angle that feels quite comfortable, and you know, the idea is just minimal movement of the right hand. So we want to find a location that is convenient for the finger picking, also easy to make the light fist for the hits, and not move too much, like just move the minimal movement that is necessary to get a good sound. I hope it answers your question, Martijn. Great question. I get that a lot, so I hope this video clarifies. Try it out for a few days. Let me know how it's going. And if there are any questions, just share it and I will post further clarifications. All right. Hope you enjoyed this video and see you guys next time.